Hey guys, welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I am Carmen, and today we are watching season 1, episode 19 of Lost. I am super excited to get back into it. I got sick. I'm still a little bit sick. So it's been a minute since I've gotten to watch Lost, and honestly, I've missed it so much, especially coming off of Hugo's episode. Love Hugo. Such a fun episode. Added more intrigue and mystery with the numbers, which I haven't been able to go back and watch anything yet. I haven't been able to put any more theories into place for what those numbers could mean, except for what I said at the end of last episode. But yeah, I'm very excited to get back into this, have more mysteries, more theory crafting. I think one of my favorite things about Lost is that I don't know what's happening a lot of the time, and so it allows me to sort of posit all these weird scenarios and just kind of like hope maybe one of them turns out to be right. I'm probably way off base. Like, my theories are probably like here, and like the truth of whatever's happening is probably like way over there somewhere. But I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm not going to ramble too much, although I did see the title of this episode, which has me very intrigued because I know what a Deus ex Machina is, and it's usually not like a great thing in a story, but I have a feeling they're going to like flip it on its head, and it's going to be interesting and fun. So without any further ado, let's find out what it means to Lost. Maybe it'll be one of my favorite episodes. Who knows?
It's my favorite game, actually. I used to play it with my brother. It's called Mousetrap.
I thought you worked in an office.
How do you play?
Well, you start with all these parts off the board, and then, one by one, you build the trap. Can I help you, ma'am?
Oh, I thought she knew him.
Yes.
By the way, she was looking at him.
Could you tell me where the footballs are?
Yeah. Aisle 8 for regulation, aisle 15 for nerf.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes.
She does know him. She doesn't care about footballs.
Everybody's got a story.
My story would bore you.
I doubt that, sir. I very much doubt that based off the little that I know about you and, like, you know, the fact that you were paralyzed and can now walk. It's not very boring. Yep.
This was supposed to work.
Maybe if more than
This was supposed to work! John!
just y'all worked on it.
Your leg, man.
What's wrong with his leg? Oh, did he not feel that? How he can walk if he didn't feel that?
You okay? Yeah.
Don't burn yourself, bro. Pretty sure you can still get an infection and shit if you can't feel it.
Please.
Why are you following me?
I'm sorry.
Who are you?
I'm your mother.
Oh shit.
This is a sign of things to come.
Like plane crashes?
Great
Shit.
things.
My father. Is he still alive?
You don't have a father. You were immaculately conceived.
Okay. Are we supposed to just think she's a little, like, left of center?
You can't open that thing up. You say you can, but you can't.
Now, don't tell me what I can't do.
Don't you get it? It's dead end. You're not getting in.
That's impossible. We didn't find this by accident. We're supposed to.
Oh, we're supposed to. If we're supposed to open it, then why the hell haven't we opened it yet?
Maybe you'll need other people. Have you considered?
But we will open it. The island will show us how.
What kind of sign will the island send us?
What is that?
Did you see that?
I did.
Boom.
There's no... way he didn't hear it. What the fuck was that?
Teresa falls up the stairs. Teresa falls down the stairs. Teresa falls up the stairs. Teresa falls down the stairs. Teresa falls up the stairs. Teresa falls down the stairs.
No, please.
Teresa falls up the stairs.
Don't take it back.
What the fuck is happening in this show? Who the fuck is Teresa? What the fuck do the stairs have to do with anything?
She was institutionalized a few times.
What for?
Nothing criminal or violent. It's a type of schizophrenia. Apparently, if she stays on her meds, she's okay.
The thing is, it's like short, but also like this
What about my father?
show's weird. No one's listed.
Here's the thing. Your mother sought you out, so she's fair game. But this guy, maybe he doesn't even know you exist.
So?
I've done this enough times to know this stuff isn't meant to be, even though it may feel that way. That this probably won't have a happy ending.
Okay.
I'm Anthony Cooper's son.
Anthony Cooper.
Mr. Cooper doesn't have a son.
Tell him I don't want anything. My mother is Emily Locke. Please?
Just a minute.
Okay, so he recognizes her name.
Did she find you or did you find her?
She found me.
Do you hunt?
No.
You're not one of those animal rights nut jobs, are you?
No, sir.
Okay.
What are you doing
I
this
think we
summer?
need to call people names just because they
Nothing.
don't agree with hunting.
You want to go hunting?
I'd like that.
Don't attack my toes, please.
Yeah, I'd like that very much.
So is this how he learns all the survival stuff? His dad.
Signs and dreams and...
Who's Teresa?
Is that his mom? I'm trying to remember.
Teresa falls up the stairs, Teresa falls down the stairs.
It means something to Boone?
How would you know about that?
I don't know, Boone, but we're
that
supposed
real?
to go to this place.
Like he knows what that means? What does it mean, Boone?
Will you come with me?
Also, he looks better bald. I'm just saying.
On what's causing your headaches. It's not like it's a tumor or something.
I mean, technically, I think it could be. I don't think it is.
What makes you think it's a tumor? I don't. Great. Okay then.
He's worried that.
My uncle
Oh. He had a brain tumor?
died of a brain tumor. Yeah? That run in the
Oh,
family?
my hypochondria
Tumors?
could not.
What type of tumor was it?
Type that kills you.
Do you smell anything funny?
That's not very helpful.
Brain tumors bring on phantom smells, maybe like something burning.
Just headaches.
Look, if this is worrying you, there's a couple of tests that I could do.
Sorry, Doc.
You can't do an x-ray.
Sounds fun.
But my insurance ran out.
Insurance ran out.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, what tests could he do? Like, would really need an x-ray, wouldn't he?
Someone from camp hiked all the way out here?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Where do you think it came from?
Someone else. Ah. Oh, that's unnecessary, in my opinion.
My kidney's failing. Damn doctors say I need a transplant.
We don't think this is why he reconnected, right? To like try to get him to give him a kidney because he's his son, so he could potentially be a match.
Have you ever had sex with a prostitute?
Yes.
And have you ever contracted a sexually transmitted disease?
He thinks it could be an STD.
I'm gonna take that as another yes. When was the last outbreak?
Go to hell, Doc.
I know he deserved it, but
He needs glasses.
Oh, really? Could not wearing glasses give you headaches? I don't remember getting headaches before I got my glasses. I remember getting headaches after I got them because I could see everything. The details were like a lot.
There's something that we were meant to find. Something that's gonna help us get into the hatch. I know it.
Sure.
But we gotta keep going.
It's playing like the music.
At least she brought us together. thank God it happened now. While we still have time.
What if he sent her to find him?
She was my nanny.
Nanny.
Teresa. She was my nanny. My bedroom was at the top of this huge flight of stairs. And I would sit in bed all day, calling her on the intercom. One day she took a bed step, broke her neck.
What?
I was 6.
She died?
I said, what the hell is so funny?
How did this get here? I mean, he saw it in his dream, but like, where was that plane going?
I'm so thankful for you, John. This was meant to be.
Got hyperopia.
Hyperopia.
He's like, what is
that?
You're farsighted.
Farsighted.
Yeah. Can develop later in life, especially when you add a new strain to the eyes, like with reading.
Har, very funny.
Dude, looks like someone steamrolled Harry Potter.
You love this, don't you?
You're welcome.
behind the net?
Boom! Wanna know what's in your damn plane, Locke? Here's your sign.
Drugs.
Hello! We're survivors of the crash of Oceanic Boone, Flight get out! 815. Please copy.
815, thank you.
Get out now! Oceanic Flight 815.
I mean, to be fair, he survived a plane that fell much further, so hopefully he's okay, but... See, I think that they should have just made it fall with nobody in there. Oh, that's why he's all bloody in his dream. And he's wearing the same outfit, right?
Okay, I'm gonna need some water. Shirts, towels, anything that I can use to staunch the bleeding. Kate, now, please.
It looked rough.
Mr. Cooper checked out this afternoon. He went back home. He's under private care.
That doesn't make any...
He was using him the whole time, like I said.
I needed some money. He's always been good that way. Your father's always been generous.
Shit, for money?
You told me I didn't have a father.
I just thought she was...
Well, he said that was the only way you would give it to him.
This can't be
That's so shitty. Wow, his parents are fucking horrible people. Poor Locke. Like, imagine you finally find your parents again and then they're just opportunist fucks who don't actually care about you, they only care about themselves.
I've done everything you wanted me to do, so why did you do this to me?
A light just came on. There's somebody in there. Haha, maybe he should run. Fucking, why would you end it there? Why would you end it there? Why would you end it there? That's so fucking rude. Okay, so there was a lot in this episode. We learned a lot more about Locke, and I feel like everything more we learn about Locke, it just makes me feel worse for him. Like, his life before, like, it makes sense that he would have found like purpose and meaning in the island, especially when it gave him back his legs, which we still don't know exactly how he got paralyzed in the first place. I was thinking it was going to be a complication from the kidney surgery. However, it doesn't appear to be the case, but maybe we'll get further information on that later. I said in the episode, like, I think I said, like, what if, like, the mom got in contact with the dad and they're just using Locke, and then, you know, I figured he would be using him. I didn't think that he would make it quite so fucking obvious, like blaringly fucking obvious, that he was using him by literally, like, the moment he got his kidney, being like, peace out, bye, locking the gate. You know, I figured when he came and he was doing the dialysis and he was like, oh, I thought we said 11 and I said 12. I figured it was going to be one of those things, like, he probably did say 11 and he's just like, oh, you caught me, like, I had no idea. Because he also, like, in the beginning when he first meets Locke, he's like, oh, I didn't know about you till you were a year old. And I'm like, there's a lot of years between when he was a year old and how old he is now. Like, I'm not exactly sure, but, like, at least 40, I would guess, in the flashback, you know? So, like, you didn't feel the need to be in his life for, you know, year 2, 3, 4, 5, X, Y, and Z up to that. So, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that he was using him. Now, what I did not expect was for the mom to be in it for the money. I thought that I thought maybe she was institutionalized because, you know, she has schizophrenia, they said, right? So I thought maybe she had been institutionalized. He found out he had this, figured out that he was like a match, and then he orchestrated this whole event. I thought that, what's his name? Anthony Cooper. I thought that he manipulated the mom into, like, doing what he wanted her to do, and, like, lied to her to sort of orchestrate this sequence of events. However, she was in on it the whole time, which is not what I was expecting. I don't know why, like, her clear mental sort of struggle, and they said, like, again, that she's schizophrenic. Like, I don't know why, like, in my mind that, like, absolved her, and I was like, oh, she's probably, like, a good person. She's just had to struggle her whole life, didn't feel like she could raise her kids because of that struggle, and then, like, she was being manipulated, which I guess, like, isn't fair of me to, like, have thought about her, but I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. I just thought that he was an asshole. But yeah, also I'm realizing now that that was probably the Deus Ex Machina of the title, right? Was Anthony Cooper manipulating all of this to work out in his favor, but pretending it was an act of, like, happenstance or circumstance or God or X, Y, and Z, right? Which makes more sense. I was a little bit concerned by the title of the episode that, like, something was going to happen that, like, didn't make sense to the story, and, like, but, like, Deus Ex Machina, you know? But I like that it was used, at least the way I'm interpreting it, because I didn't see anything else that happened in this episode that, like, would have been, like, the writers artificially contriving something to make the plot move forward that doesn't make sense with the plot, you know? It was the dad artificially contriving the sequence of events to make it seem like an act of God, you know, God in the machine or whatever, that, but really it was just him, like, being a puppet master and pulling everyone else's strings and doing what they wanted, or getting them to do what he wanted them to do. Which, like, bless John's heart, like, bless Locke's little heart. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but, like, he just is a good person. And so he believes that other people are also good people, right? Like, he just takes things at face value. Like, if you say this to him, he believes you. At least, you know, in the flashbacks that we've seen and what we know of him. Like, he welcomed his mom back into his life. He welcomed his dad back into his life. Even after he told him, like, I knew about you since you were a year old and have made no effort to contact you or get in touch with you. But, like, I'm so glad you came to talk to me now, 40 some, maybe 50 years later, you know, like, he's a nicer person than I am, because the second that he's like, I didn't know about you till you were 1, I'd be like, well, I'm fucking this old now, so where you been, bitch? But again, Locke is nicer than me, I guess. But it breaks my heart for him. Like, I really, really like his character. I've enjoyed his character since we first met him. Like, he can be a little creepy at times, but I do think that he really has faith in the island and its ability to sort of heal. And it's interesting that he gives the island an almost like sentience, like a consciousness, like the island wants, right? Like, according to Locke, like, the island provides, the island X, Y, and Z, right? So that's something interesting that is showing me his perspective a little bit. But I really like him. I think he's a good character, and he seems to be like, the island gave me an opportunity, you know, to walk again, to be the person that he wanted to be, to sort of be able to stand up for himself, and to, like, sorry, I'm talking so much, it's making me out of breath, because of my sickness. But the island gave him this opportunity to be his full self in a way that I don't think the quote-unquote real world ever did. And so I think that it's really beautiful that he's turned that into trying to give everyone else that same opportunity that he feels the island gave him. He's looking at it in this kind of beautiful way of, like, the past us died, but this is an opportunity for us to become the best version of ourselves if we just trust in the island and its plans, which makes sense from his perspective, right? Because it gave him something, his legs, that was taken from him, and it gave him a chance to put all of these skills that he had, like hunting, and like, it made him very valuable and useful, and I think it gave him a purpose. And so it makes sense from his perspective that he's viewing this as a blessing, and that he's trying to give back to the island, which he feels gave so much to him, and that he's trying to get other people to do the same. I don't know that for everybody the island has been as kind, you know, like, maybe they would have been happier back in their old lives, but I think that the thing is, they're here now. As far as we know, they can't leave, so it makes sense that he to view it as, where can we go from here, sort of, right? At least until maybe you get an opportunity to leave. That was a very rambly thing, but I do want to go back to the idea that Locke is giving the island a sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, River? You and your little tongue out? You had your little tongue out? Sentience. I'll just say sentience again. Like a consciousness, like a higher cognitive ability. Like, the way Locke is presenting it is that the island has wants and desires, and it's doing things for people, and it's very interesting, and I'm curious if we're gonna delve any more into that, because I don't know that he's wrong, because this is a weird ass island, okay? Weird shit, like, this show is so weird that when in the flashback when the mom was like immaculate conception, I'm like, maybe like, am I supposed to believe this, or am I supposed to like think that, like, you know, she's got a few screws loose, you know? Like, am I supposed to be like I was ready to be like, okay, maybe. Like, that's how much the show has made me like question like what's going on in this show, which honestly I just think is fun. I do think it was really cool how they had the moment of her saying he's part of a design of great things to come. Now, obviously, it kind of taints it a little bit because she was just lying to get him to try to, you know, to make the dominoes fall in place like the fucking dickbag rich dad wanted. I think that Locke is part of a design, and I think he will do great things. So I believe in him. I believe in him. I do wonder how he, like, in the last flashback, he worked, I don't remember, but he worked, I didn't write it down properly, but he worked in, like, corporate. I wonder if, like, I wonder what changes between this episode, this flashback, where he's the assistant manager at Toy Place. I couldn't read, I saw Toy, but I don't know what the rest of the name of the place was, and how he got into, like, the office. Also, it's like, how did he have that vision of Boone where he said Teresa falls up the stairs, Teresa falls down the stairs, and then, like, he really did have a nanny named Teresa who apparently, like, fucking died on the stairs. Although I will say he was 6 years old. I don't think he should blame himself for that, because he was being like a petty 6-year-old. But, like, how much higher ability to, like, think about other people and to, like, truly understand the consequences of your actions do you have at 6 years old? Like, there's no way that he was sitting there in his room making her go up and down the stairs, which, like, yeah, is shitty. But, like, there's no way he's thinking, like, she's gonna fall and break her neck and die. You know? Like, I wouldn't think that's what he was thinking. Like, you know? I would hope not. So it seems that he maybe learned... I can't tell if he, like, learned his hunting from his dad, or if, like, he was already, like, a really good hunter-gatherer person, and then, like, he had the chance to express that with his dad. But again, like, fuck his dad. Now that I know that it's Oceanic Flight 815, which, thank you, episode, because I was literally gonna rewatch and try to figure this out. Let me look at the numbers again. Okay, so currently I don't know if this is at all accurate or means anything, but it could be. 4 is the years that Locke was paralyzed. 815, Oceanic Flight, so 815. 16 years that Rousseau's message has been out. 23A was Rose's husband's seat. I wrote it down. And 42, I'm not really sure. I mean, it's the answer to the universe, right? Answer to all the questions in the universe. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? But also maybe the number of survivors. Like I said, I still think there's like 46 currently, but I could have missed a death or two. I could have miscalculated. Again, I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if the numbers are supposed to, like, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to mean something, but I just don't know. What's the number on this plane? Did they show us? Sorry, this plane, I mean the little one that crashed that Locke and Boone went to. It's what the freeze frame on my TV is right now. Also, isn't it really weird that when the radio worked, like, I went back and watched it with subtitles, And Boone said, we're the survivors of Oceanic Flight 815. Or 815, whatever he said. The guy repeated back, we're the survivors of of Flight 815. Or he just said, hello, we're the survivors. So, my guess, didn't contact the outside world, contacted the others. Which, like, was always a danger. So, we'll see. Because, like, that's just such a weird response. Like, you would be like, what's your location? What are your coordinates? Do you know where you are? Like, you wouldn't be like, hello, and then just repeat what the person said. Like, that's weird, right? Like, that's fucking weird. Anyway, I think I'm almost done talking. Sorry, you guys. The tea has given me strength to ramble. Oh, the light, the fucking light. The light came on at the end, you guys. The light in the bunker came on. Which is like, what? I have buried the fucking plot here. But what could that mean? What could that mean? Well, it could mean somebody's inside, which is my fear. Although if they're inside, maybe they could open it. They're at the disadvantage being in the bunker unless they have like a gun or something. They could just like open it, shoot. But then you could just not be looking down when they open. I don't know. The light came on. Hi, Samuel. The light came on. I'm very excited to see what happens next. Of course, they would leave it there. Of course, that's where the episode would end. Of course, they would make us wait till the next episode to see what happens. Did anything else really happen in this episode? Sawyer got glasses, which was cute because of the mismatchedness of them. He is farsighted, I believe. I am nearsighted, so we're opposites. But yeah, I'm glad that it was that and not a tumor. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Jack, like, prying into his sexual history when it wasn't really relevant or necessary. Also, like, to do it just because he, like, I don't know, wants Kate to think poorly of Sawyer just because he's had sex with a prostitute or has had an STD in the past, which is kind of, like, a little bit slut-shamey of Jack to do, which I don't agree with, because, like, his sexual past and history is, like, his own business, and it doesn't make you better or worse that you have a different sexual past and history. So, but it's a product of its time. I think it was just meant to be funny, tongue-in-cheek, so I'm not really going to hold it too much against Jack, but yeah, I don't know. I like Sawyer most of the time. So, yeah. That was a fun little bit. I cannot wait to get to the next episode, see if we finally get into this fucking bunker. And who turned the light on? Who turned on the light? That's what I need to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you want, you can watch episode 20 right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode, which is over on Patreon as well. That will be linked in the description down below. I hope to see you guys over there. I like to chat with people about Lost and, yeah, just have fun. Anyway, regardless, if you don't want to go over there, the next episode will come to Patreon next week, or to YouTube next week, so you'll still see it, no worries. Yeah. Can't wait to postulate more theories and figure out what's happening. So, I'm gonna go. Until next time. Bye, guys. Do you think I got the numbers right, Samuel? You know, based off your expression, I'm gonna say that you don't think I got them right. But, like, have you been watching? What do you know? Honestly, probably more than me.